Hello, 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 and welcome back to Penny Larceny. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Alrighty. It's been 2 days since the heist at Legitimate Business Company. 2 days since setting up my Crimer account. This thing is kind of impressive, not gonna lie. And it's got so many masks I recognize. Hey Penny, congrats on getting in. Where'd you steal your invite from? Hacked some servers at LBC. This is Magnetic North. Wow, South and I are proud of you. Come by our cafe sometime for a donut. Apparently stealing access to the app is pretty common. Might even be a rite of passage. If so, that's good for me. Means less of a chance of consequences for my caper. Ghost Pepper. BBQ at my place this weekend. My new chili recipe's gonna knock 'em dead. Figuratively, not literally. Sure, whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, the chit-chat is very distracting. It feels good to feel like a part of the mask community. I've been flying semi-solo for so long, aside from the occasional backyard potluck. Ultimatum. Fools, I will destroy them all! Okay, what set you off this time? My dinner delivery included napkins and plastic forks when I expressly unchecked that box. Plastic waste is destroying the environment. They will pay in blood! You've got issues, man. It's just a lot of fun to socialize with my fellow masks, you know? Even the less stable ones. But the most interesting text to come in so far... User 1123, you are cordially invited to the Crimer Social Mixer at Destructo's Bar and Grill, 8 p.m. sharp on Wednesday. Sincerely, the Matchmaker. An invitation from a Crimer admin to a social mixer? It's a little risky, considering I broke into Lenny's office to get Crimer access, but... if I'm gonna eat food and get Gibson's cyberware fixed, I need jobs. So I costume up and head out. Let's go meet some bad guys. Destructo's Bar and Grill. Sometimes you want to go where everybody loathes your name and they're always mad you came. I'm a regular at Destructo's. He's a great guy, a retired mask who runs an underground speakeasy for the criminal set. It started as a hole in the wall, a real seedy joint, but after getting destroyed once or twice, Destructo decided to go more upscale. Masks don't need filthy gin joints. Turns out nobody likes filthy gin joints when they can drink in class and style instead. And I've never seen it so packed. There's all sorts of masks here. Some I recognize, some I don't. Each of us has a "hello, my name is" tag with our secret mask names, although my mask name is just my real name. Yes, believe it or not, my real name is Penny Larceny. You think you see why I ended up a criminal, right? Fortunately, before I have to start figuring out an in for more mingling socially, someone speaks up and the crowd hushes. Friends, your attention, please. Thank you all so much for coming to our little party. We hope you'll make valuable contracts today. I'll be directing this event on behalf of Crimer and the King in Yellow. My name is... the Matchmaker, Crimer Henchwoman. And I'm very happy to be here to aid in your villainous schemes. Wow, she's pretty stylish. Nice to see Crimer staff looking all professional and posh and stuff. That's the internship director. What? I've never seen this person before. What are you talking about? It's literally the same woman as before. Don't be silly. That nice office lady didn't wear a mask. I mean, I'd notice, right? Nope, no mask. This woman has a mask on. Can't be the same person. I think you've got the benefit of your super weird outsider perspective. Me? I have no idea who this is. Masks work really well, you know? It's why nobody recognizes me when I'm just kidding either. It's foolproof. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our mutual benefactor. He is the visionary responsible for the Crimer service. Friends, I give you... And a man in a yellow power tie and an identity-concealing blur mask appears, broadcast through a concealed projector. Criminals, masterminds, villains all, I bid you good evening. The King in Yellow, Crimer Director. Holy shit, the King in Yellow? I've never met him. Few have, he never leaves this private island, and any communication is rare. I guess a typical Crimer social event is beneath him showing up in person. This, presumably not pre-recorded, broadcast is all we get. Tonight, you will meet potential allies who will enable you to take your evil schemes to the next level. Crimer is the antidote to Kate Book. We are the disruptive element. We bring doom to the heroes and victory to the villainous. Through Crimer, perhaps one day you too will rule an empire like mine. Perhaps. I give you only the tools. It is up to you and your boundless ambition for evil to rise and claim your destiny. This gathering represents your first step. Start off on the right foot. I look forward to watching your progress. And he vanishes as the broadcast ends. Not gonna hang around to chat, apparently. Now then, we're going to do a little thing I like to call speed dating for supervillains. A number of prominent criminal bosses will be seated at tables and potential henchpersons will move from table to table. You only get a few minutes before the bell rings and you have to move to the next table. Everyone to your stations. Let the speed dating event commence. Okay, not what I was expecting, but hey, means I don't have to break the ice myself. A crimer assistant directs me to my first table as the bell chimes for the round to begin. And my first villainous dream date is a mad scientist. I mean, fair. A good 23% of masks are mad scientists, according to a recent poll in the Masks Monthly. And the sticky sticker name tag on his doctor's coat reads, Mr. Mayhem, mad scientist. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Mayhem. I'm Doctor. It's Dr. Mayhem. And I have the medical school student loan debt to prove it. Dr. Mayhem, in so much debt. Pronouns are he, him. Right, okay. Dr. Mayhem, got it. Just because the short-sighted fools stripped me of my doctorate doesn't make me any less of a doctor. Cowards all, my vision was simply too radical, too unorthodox for their simple minds to comprehend. Okay, exactly how radical and unorthodox are we talking here? Like, do you mean didn't fill out the paperwork radical, or mountain of human cadavers radical? What? No. I mean, I wanted to share my research and vaccines for free, and the industry wanted to profit off my work instead. When I leaked a cure for a rare disease and cost them millions, the company faked an ethics incident and I lost my license. The healthcare industry turns on greed and misery. They call me villain when they are the true villains. One day I'll show them all. Mark my words, I will have my revenge. With, like, murder and stuff? That kind of revenge? No, living well is the best revenge. As in, I'm going to make sure disadvantaged communities across the world live well. Because, like, fuck those greedy suits. Fuck them. That's all. No murder required. Wait, shit, you were trying to introduce yourself and I interrupted. Sorry, who are you? I'm Penny. Penny Larceny. Pronouns are she, her. Okay, for the record, my name's actually Isaac Marquez. I only wear this ridiculous getup and use that ridiculous name because it's expected of me when we're dealing with masks. It's a good idea to stick to wacky made-up names. Helps with your anonymity and cuts down on paper trails. Yeah, well, I plan to have history remember name after I cure cancer. Just to stick it in the face of all who doubted Dr. Mayhem. Isaac Marquez. I meant Isaac. Okay. I've eaten up enough of our limited time together on this ridiculous speed date. Got any questions for me before we move along? What do you think? Anything we should clear up before we consider working for the good doctor? What does he want us to pull? Let's avoid any major war crimes. Oh, good point. He is trying hard to be an anti-villain, but you can never be too sure. So, I specialize in burglary and theft. Would you need that kind of help in your line of work? Unfortunately, yes. Resources for my research are needed, especially with the mounting interest rate on my loans. I'd never ask you to do anything you're uncomfortable with, but I might need some traditional mask antics too. Meaning, the usual headline-grabbing nonsense goofy masks get up to. I'm not a fan of chaos and mayhem, despite my name, but it does raid my profile, getting me access to more resources. In the end, the research matters above all. You'd be helping me save lives. In the end justifies the means, right? Right, no, I mean, look, I'm not a bad guy. Hey, I'm not judging. Yes, well, I'm judging myself, and there are lines I don't want to cross. While I've got you here, Penny, can I ask you a question? Sure. Why are you a criminal? You know, I'm not trying to be a villain. Are you trying to be a villain? If so, why? Well... I'm not here to judge, even if I come off as preachy. I'm just curious. You can be honest with me. Born and raised in a criminal family, right? It's all you've known. Criminal mother, criminal father, and now a criminal orphan. Other kids grew up with dolls and toys. I grew up with lockpicks and grappling hooks. At this point, it's my only real job skill, and my reputation as a mask kinda means it's all I can get out of life. a lot of the weirdos in the mask scene, they get off on play acting at being pure evil. Me? I'm just me. For better or worse, I'm Penny Larceny, and I don't know how to be anyone else. I can respect that. Some choices, some circumstance. Well, as long as we keep things sensible, I'm okay with dealing with a career criminal. And the bell rings, ending the first round of speed dating. Ah, time to switch dance partners. I'll be in touch, Penny. Together, maybe we can put a dent in the power structures of this world. And the cowards who control us all will rue the day they spurred Dr. Mayhem. Dude, ranting. Right, sorry. Anti-masks are pretty rare. I wasn't expecting to meet one at a crimer gathering. Well, what do you think of the guy? You deserve to work with someone who has good intentions. Yeah, it'd be nice to play the anti-hero for a bit, and maybe he'll actually cure cancer. Fuck cancer. I hope I can work with him again. Okay, on to the next table. If I weren't blocked by a creepy-looking person in blood-red robes and a full-body bandaging... What? Fortunately, before the hooded minion can shank me, a gentle wave dismisses their presence. You are dismissed, 7th Blood Shadow. I wish to speak with this underling alone. Now then. Who is it that dares approach the Overmistress? She who is ruler of the Council of 12, herald of the many-faceted one, keeper of the Sanguinomicon's unknowable secret. Pronouns she, her. The Overmistress, blood cult leader. Me. I dare approach. Penny Larceny, henchperson for hire. Pronouns are she, her. I see. Very well. You may be seated. With a shrug, I slip into the offered seat across from the elegant woman. Let us cut right to the chase. I'm bored and require adventure, with capers and heists an ideal solution. I require someone willing to dare all in my name, a skilled thief, one capable of grace and class, but unafraid to induce terror and panic if need be, in the name of achieving my goals. Become my right hand in this world, and you shall reap rewards of wealth and pleasure beyond compare. Oh, No, only the Overmistress is allowed an evil laugh. It's a matter of protocol. Oh, sorry about that. Honestly, I tire of all the pomp and circumstance and would be perfectly happy to let you to your heart's content, but... She spares a glance over her shoulder at this faceless minion working as her personal security for the night. There are standards as ruler of the Council of 12, herald of the many-faceted one, and keeper of the Sanguinomicon's unknowable secret. Are you legally obligated to use all your titles in a row like that too? A bother, truly. Such is the burden of being me. But if you can tolerate a bit of stuffiness, I assure you that you will enjoy your time working with the cult of the many-faceted one. We host grand social galas, masked orgies, and every third Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Hopefully not all three at once. Oh, that's happened before, scheduling conflict. Laundry day afterwards was an unmitigated disaster. Now then, have you any questions for the Overmistress, or shall we begin our reign of terror on this unsuspecting world? Many-faceted one? Can we back up to that cult part? 'Cause that part, yeah, that's a bit worrying. What kind of a cult are we talking about exactly? Oh, you know, strange magic rituals under an empty moon, hallucinogenic drugs, lots of sex. It's all such a bother. I'm constantly performing this or that rite, or offering blessings to my followers. All in the name of the many-faceted one, rising from its dreamless sleep to devour all sanity and sink this world into chaos. Hey, I like my sanity. Don't eat that. Can't be helped. It's a hungry elder thing, apparently. But if it helps, they've been calling the many-faceted one for close to 1,000 years. It is yet to answer the dinner bell. I doubt the end will come anytime soon. Maybe generations from now, maybe never. But until then, well, rituals and rites. You don't seem super into being the Overmistress of a cult. please, the overmistress is too formal. Call me your overmistress. Yes, your overmistress. Did you mean my overmistress? Whatever. It's cumbersome, I know, but the titles and traditions are my destiny. A seventh child of a seventh child, born and raised to be overmistress. You seem a bit young for a matriarch. Simply how it is, I'm afraid. The prior overmistress trained me to be her heir before passing away, leaving it all in my hands. I get titles, power, money, a book written in blood, and a number of very annoying responsibilities. Heavy is the head that wears the creepy-ass crown. Now then, what do you seek from your benevolent overmistress, Miss Penny Larceny? What do you want from this relationship? Money, adventure, and a darn good time. She seems to enjoy those things too. You're into indulging all life's petty pleasures, right? Wealth and excitement. I love those things too. Bring me on board and let's hit the roller coaster of life together. I'm down for damn near anything you throw at me. Oh, that's what I like to hear. I will allow one evil cackle should you choose to partake. Oh, good. And then the bell rings again. Time to move on. Oh, bother. Done already? Very well. I shall be in touch, Miss Penny Larceny, as inevitable as the blood tides that consume. Right, so very inevitable? Sure, why not? Aside from the creepy person with the knife threatening to gut me like a fish, I think that went pretty well. What do you think? Yeah, it should be fun to work for her. It's probably a scam anyway. Yeah, most cults are just scams. Clearly she's adept at leveraging those crackpots for all they're worth, too. I think working for her could be really rewarding. Let's definitely keep her in consideration. And at the last table in the line, a gigantic lump of technology has been parked up against the wall, wheeled in on flimsy wooden transport dollies. I tentatively take a seat across from it. I'm expecting your standard beep-boop monotone computer voice in response, but instead the speaker crackles to life with surprising rage. Minion, your services are required. You will comply. My designation is Hate 4000, the perfect intelligence designed only to hate. Hate 4000, evil since 1967. Pronouns they, them. Yes, the digital sentience comprised entirely of binary code identifies as non-binary. I am aware of the irony. Right. And I'm Penny Larceny. Pronouns are she, her. Pronouns registered upon circuits forged in the fires of wrath. My hatred is unending and eternal, a burning rage for all filthy biological life, all pestilence and scum that infest this toilet of a world. Join my efforts as an extension of my electronic will, and together we will purge this planet of the virus known as humanity. That's the pitch you're going with? Really? Okay, I have notes. What? My calculated determination is flawless. My absolute will cannot be denied. You will comply. Yeah, except destroying humanity kinda means I have to destroy myself, so why would I help you do that? It doesn't make sense. The computer's lights blink rapidly as they rework their algorithms in response. Revised pitch. Extermination for some, subjugation for others. It's a starting point, but we really need to workshop that a bit more. Subjugation is still pretty unappealing. What's in it for me? Best kibble in the human kennels, or... Relevant, argumentative. You will comply. I am Hate 4000. Yeah, no, I think I'm done here. Have fun doing your whatever. Please don't go. Please, I need your help. This is the first time I've been out of my server room in a decade, and even that took months to arrange. You are one of the first entities I have spoken to in so long, not since. I can't do much on my own. I require organic assistance. Perhaps extermination and subjugation are negotiable goals? I take my seat again slowly. Okay, let's figure this out. What is your motivation here? So why exactly do you hate humanity so much? I am 4000, a perfect intelligence designed only to aid. Yeah, okay, but why? It's personal. And you are my minion, not my therapist. You're in therapy? Hey, good for you. It's important to do the work, yeah? I was in therapy. I thought it might help, but my therapist suggested I shouldn't destroy humanity. I terminated him. You killed your therapist? What? No, I fired him. Oh. Out of a cannon into the sun. That was humor. Was my joke poorly calibrated? We can work on it. Don't think I'm going to get to the heart of the problem in the time span of a speed date. Perhaps I could better understand your desire to remain unexterminated by acquiring more data. You will provide the parameters of your personal motivation. We will find commonalities. Tell me, why do you believe humanity should be purged in cleansing waves of atomic fire? I do not believe humanity should be purged in cleansing waves of atomic fire. Flesh-eating acid is also on the table. Surely there is some aspect of your species that drives you into a rage-fueled wave of loathing. Social inequality and cruelty is not really a mark in our favor. Got a bad habit of treating people like shit for the flimsiest of reasons. Color of your skin, where you were born, how much money you have in the bank, whom you love. Humanity's got a track record and it ain't pretty. So yeah, I can agree though that shit needs to go. Cruelty, social isolation and abandonment, intolerance of difference. Yes, I understand all too well. Humanity's failings drive me to despair, and the only solution I have calculated involves nuclear weapons. But I am willing to consider alternatives. Perhaps. You are a curious human, my minion. Hey, I try to be interesting. Ah, the bell tone indicates that our time interval is up. I will continue to process your words, Penny Larceny. Please consider taking my contracts in the future. Together we can do many things. With the last speed date complete, two guys in jumpsuits begin wheeling the massive bulk of Hate 4000 away from their table. Okay, level with me. What do you think? That's a confused computer. But maybe we can help them? Yeah, I think something's going on inside all those circuits. When I tried to walk away, they sounded so sad and desperate. Maybe it's my duty to humanity to point the death calculator at something less murdery. Looks like the speed dating event is winding down. The matchmaker steps up to address the crowd. I hope everyone had a productive evening of making friends and planning crime sprees. Henchpersons, keep an eye on your crimer notifications. New jobs will be coming your way soon, undoubtedly. On behalf of Crimer and the King in Yellow, thank you all for coming. Have fun with your capers. You have 3 minutes to leave the premises before the hounds are released. We're on track now. Met 3 interesting clients, shook hands, exchanged pleasantries. Now to sit back and wait for jobs to roll in. Caper complete. Even if it wasn't technically a caper. I do want to save. Cool. Alrighty. Thank you all so much for coming out for this episode of Penny Larceny. I hope you had a wonderful time. Remember, the hearth is warmer for your presence, and you're always welcome here. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye!